Hi, my name is Justin Stanley. I'm the founder of JMS Artist Management and the Wenham Street Brass here in Boston. And I'm here today with Sofia Gonzalez-Picul to talk about her project. Sofia, could you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Sofia Gonzalez. I'm a teaching artist, freelance performer, and conductor. I also represent the chamber string orchestra Fughetta in Vogue.
So that's a really great name. Why did you name it Fughetta in Vogue?
Well, because I feel extremely passionate about classical music. But for some reason, some people just feel like it's old-fashioned, like it's boring, and I just want people to really love classical music and understand that there's a lot of great things about it. And that's why I choose Fughetta in Vogue, because for me, classical music is always in vogue, it's always in fashion, it never gets old.
So I have in my notes here that, or you introduced yourself as a teaching artist and a conductor and a flutist. And I wonder if you could tell me a little bit more about your teaching artistry, what that means, and how it relates to making music new in vogue.
Well, a teaching artist is a professional artist. It can be an actor, a musician, or any other type of artist who teaches and also integrates their art form, perspective, and skills in different settings. So what that means, in other words, is that I will use other interdisciplinary arts to really engage and provide education, provide understanding to different audiences, for adults, for young people, for kids, for elderly, for everyone.
Great. I gather you have a performance coming up, the first with your chamber orchestra. Could you tell us about that?
I will be performing at the Kindred Harbor Lakes Assisted Living, which is in East Boston, and I will be performing classical music for elderly people.
Is that a nursing home?
Yeah, it is a nursing home, and I will be using, like I mentioned, my teaching artist skills to entertain them.
And you'll be recording that performance?
Yes, I will be recording that performance.
So could you tell me, what are you planning to play in East Boston?
I'm going to be performing Crisantemi by Giacomo Puccini, which is a wonderful piece. It's very romantic, it's actually kind of sad, but it's very beautiful, and also a brilliant divertimento by Mozart. And also the most exciting piece for me, which is the Suite in B minor for flute and orchestra by Bach. And I will be performing flute. I will be playing flute.
And conducting.
And conducting.
Wow, that's great. It kind of makes sense that the flute is kind of shaped like a baton. So let's get to talking about this particular project, which is going up on IndieGoGo.com as a fundraiser this fall. What do you need to raise to get the first step of this project going, which is the upcoming performance and to create a wonderful recording from it?
I would like to have a budget of about $2,500. I will use this money to pay the musicians, for the travel expenses, the meals that will be provided for the musicians, also the marketing, as well as the rehearsal space.
Excellent. And so $2,500, it sounds like very doable. I wish you the best on that. Where can people go to find out more about the project and perks for donating, and also about its status with Fractured Atlas?
I will encourage all the donors to go to my page, and you will find information about the perks. And what he mentioned about Fractured Atlas is that everyone who donates will be tax exempt, which is a wonderful thing for the donors.
That is, what will you be doing with the recording?
I will be using it to advertise my work for unconventional venues such as hospitals, libraries, public and private schools, among other venues. And I also want establish my orchestra. I want to be able to perform with the orchestra regularly in Boston first, and hopefully in other states.
So I gather this video will feature not just the music, but also your teaching artistry.
Yes.
And so people will really be able to see what it is that makes your orchestra fughetta in vogue. Where do you see the orchestra in 5 years?
I would like to perform worldwide, and I would especially like to perform in the Dominican Republic because it's my
Which is where
country.
you're from, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Do you have a specific place in the Dominican Republic you'd like to perform?
Yes, I would like to perform in Jarabacoa, specifically Los Dajaos, because my uncle lives there and he has a program for very low income families that don't have access for education or other things, and I would like to provide music education for them and entertainment.
Besides the fact that you're going to be reaching all sorts of audiences, conventional and non-conventional, in a lot of ways. And that's what's different about the experience your performers are going to have in the long run. So can you tell me about that?
I also want to convert this project into an internship, and also for the current members of the orchestra, that also makes them different. My orchestra will be different from others because the members will be getting entrepreneurial experiences, artist management experiences, which is something that most students at their school will not experience. So I would like to have that for them.
Great, great. Well, I definitely wish you the best, and thanks for talking with me.
Thank you very much.